And this is Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVets Media. We cover cadets, midshipmen, the military, and veterans proudly since 2008. And we always enjoy our opportunities to work with the Association of the U.S. Army, and we have their vice president for memberships and meetings. That is Brigadier General Jack Haley, retired from service in the U.S. Army. General, how are you today?
Great, Ken. Thanks for having me.
Good to chat. Well, you've got a big conference coming up, one of your national meetings. It's March 26th to the 28th in Huntsville, Alabama, one of the tech centers for the Army, home of the Redstone Arsenal. And tell us a little bit about this meeting, how it differs from your big meeting in the fall, but you got a great agenda and a lot of important topics.
Yeah, Ken, thanks. Yeah, again, we're really excited to be back in Huntsville with Global Force Symposium and Exposition. This is one of our series of symposia that we do throughout the year. As you mentioned, our annual meeting being the largest in Washington with over 35,000 attendees. Our other two symposia during the year is Global Force, which we'll talk about, and then our third is called LAMPAC, which we do in Honolulu every May. So those are our three, what we call symposiums. And then we do a variety of other things throughout the year, hot topics and coffee series and new reports and those type of things. But Global Force is one that is focused really on more of the sustainment side of the Army and the acquisition side. Redstone Arsenal is a home of Army Material Command, and it just makes sense to focus our efforts on the sustainment side of the Army, which, as we've seen over the last couple of years, has just become more and more important.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, let's talk about a little.
Yeah, go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, just tell us a little bit about some of the key topics. One of the things that the Army just announced was they're going to shift some resources to air defense to fight the fight against drones, which is obviously being witnessed in Ukraine and other places. Tell us about some of the key topics that'll come up at the conference.
Yeah, so we have, over the course of the 2.5 days of the conference, we have 5 contemporary military forums, 3 keynote speeches by Army senior leaders, and then 4 what we call fireside chat. Again, a smaller than a contemporary military forum, but the key topics the theme this year for Global Force Symposia is continuous transformation to deliver ready combat formations. So it basically takes 2 of General George's, the Army Chief of Staff, 2 of his 4 priorities, and combines them. One is continuous transformation, and the other task that he's given to AMC and General Hamilton is to deliver ready combat formation. So one topic that we're covering is delivering precision sustainment in support of those ready combat formations. We are going to have the Sergeant Major of the Army, Mike Weimer, present, and he's going to do a fireside chat. And then we're going to have a panel of command sergeant majors at the 4-star level talk about transforming in contact, which is another thing that the chief has asked AMC to look at, and precision sustainment. ASALT, the Army Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics, and Technology, Doug Bush, is going to be there on a panel, and they're going to be discussing transformational capabilities from an acquisition perspective. And then General Jim Rainey, the Futures Commander, is there with his whole team. In fact, we're expecting every cross-functional team lead from Army Futures Command to be present this year at the symposium. So that's tremendous for all of our industry partners that are interested in what the future of the Army is, where we're going, as you mentioned, the counter-drone mission. On AFC, the Futures Command guys are focusing this year on human-machine integration and human-machine integrated formation. So they've gone away. They've almost banned the term robotic from Futures Command, and now it's all human-machine integration, because they don't want to give a signal that we're going to hand over missions and roles to robots. That will never be the case in the Army, not in any time in our lifetime. But it's all about the human-machine integration. And then Training and Doctrine Command will be there with General Gary Brito, and we'll be talking about how all of this is synchronized, this modernization is synchronized to realize these future capabilities across doctrine and training and everything that TRADOC's responsible for.
And one topic, we were at the West Point Board of Visitors last week in Washington, and one of the things related that came up was how much the Army is involved with space and satellites and communications, and the Army is a huge a need to be able to access space resources. Will that be kind of one of the topics of the event?
Yeah, we will. I'm sure we will skirt those issues, not necessarily specifically focusing on Army space. We actually have a forum that in Los Angeles every May that our Greater Los Angeles chapter sponsors and runs, which is a space-focused symposium. So, obviously that will be the entire focus of that symposium. But I'm sure that, as you mentioned, the Army can't operate without those capabilities. I'm sure it'll come up. And there's also on the exhibit floor for Global Force, the Army has an exhibit, large exhibit, and they also have what's called Warriors Corner. And it's basically a smaller speaking venue for Army senior leaders to discuss different topics. And Army space operations will be one of those at Warriors Corner.
Well, tell us, talking with Brigadier General Jack Haley, retired from the Association of the U.S. Army. Tell us a little bit about the exhibit hall. It's always amazing to walk through your exhibit halls at your various events and see how many companies are there and how many people and how many representatives of the U.S. military, but also allies that are there.
Yeah, that's right. Our exhibit floors are impressive. I mean, we're sold out. We can't fit anymore. We'll have over 200 exhibitors that will be displaying on the exhibit floor. Strong international presence, but not as strong as the annual meeting. Annual meeting, we have over 90 countries that attend the annual meeting, and last year we had over 20 chiefs of staff of foreign armies, attend. But a couple things new this year that you'll see on the exhibit floor. One is we're putting together a family readiness pavilion. So a pavilion of exhibitors that focuses on the Army family and support to Army families. So we're proud to have that. And the other thing that we're doing this year that's different is a young professional forum, one that we're calling Generation Next. So we've invited at no cost to them over 125 young professionals from around the Huntsville area, which, as we were discussing before, is a very high-tech city with NASA, Blue Origin, FBI, and obviously Army Material Command, Army Contractor Command there. So bring together those young professionals to discuss key professional development and leadership topics. And then the other thing that we really that gets a lot of notice on the exhibit floors are two AUSA mascots. So we have two mascots, one a World War II soldier, Sergeant R. Hero, and then one a future soldier, kind of that generation, 21st century, 22nd century soldier his name is Corporal M. Powell. And those two mascots will be roving around on the exhibit floor. So again, it's, the Von Braun Center in Huntsville is a great host, and we're happy to be there and be able to really get after AUSA's mission, which is educate, inform, and connect. And this connection part between industry and the Army is absolutely key, and the Army can't exist without our industry partners.
In general, just if you would tell us about a little bit about what will be found on your website, and also how someone can get involved, former soldier, families, and other supporters of the Army.
Yeah, our website is very helpful in terms of joining AUSA at www.ausa.org. And you can join as a member. We have a basic membership, which is a no-cost membership that provides you really access to AUSA. The intent there is, if you weren't sure what we did, what our mission was, what kind of products that we offer from an educational and professional development aspect, you can join at no cost and see what we're all about. We have premium membership, which are, very low cost memberships, $40 for 2 years, $10 for junior soldiers for 2 years. And then you get a variety of benefits with that membership. You get a hard copy Army magazine. AUSA publishes the Army magazine, and you get a number of affinity benefits at that level. And you can also access a lot of our educational products, land warfare papers. We will be streaming Global Force. So through our website, you can actually watch the keynotes and the panels online at our website. So you can actually, really get the meat of the conference from sitting in your living room. So again, the AUSA.org is really that place for you to go to get everything that you need about the organization.
Well, Brigadier General Jack Haley retired. How many years service in the U.S. Army?
Just over 30 years.
30 years
Ken,
service.
I would have done another 30 if they would have let me.
You are the Vice President, Memberships and Meetings for the Association of the U.S. Army. We are so proud to be able to work with you. And you've got your 2024 Global Force Symposium and Exposition, March 26th to the 28th in Huntsville, Alabama. We're hoping to be down there and joining and taking it all in. Thank you. Good to see you. And thank you for your service to our country.
Thanks, Ken. And thanks for everything that you're doing. Really appreciate it.
We enjoy doing it. We're proud to do so. This is Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVets Media. We cover cadets, midshipmen, the military veterans proudly since 2008. Thanks for watching.